Okay, we ready?
Yes.
We ready?
Yes.
Well,
Okay, good morning. I'm Tammy Newman with the South Carolina High School League, and I welcome you to our baseball press conference where today we have honored guests from classes 1, 2, and 3A schools. Before we meet those special individuals, we have some remarks from Commissioner Dr. Jerome Singleton.
thank you, Ms. Newman. Good morning and congratulations. I know you've had a fine season. I know you've enjoyed it throughout the season. I want you to do just a couple things. As ambassadors for the league, continue to represent us well because you are what we are. I want you to continue to be yourself, but be the best student athlete, both in your actions and your attitude. Please enjoy this press conference and definitely enjoy the contest. Thank you.
Thank you. Before we get started, I'll ask that everyone can, if you can, mute your laptops so no outside noises will interfere with our discussion today. And then you can unmute once we get to asking your questions. But again, I'm Tammy Newman, Director of Communications for the High School League, and we are here meeting some of our baseball finalists, and we'd like to also make sure we mention our partners from Wilson and Game Changer. Just a little bit about those partners. We're just proud to have Wilson and products from Wilson Sporting Goods. The Wilson A1010 Pro is the official baseball for the SCHSL State Baseball Championships. So we'd like to say a hearty thank you to them for making sure that we have the best equipment possible. Also, Game Changer, if you haven't heard, is the official scorekeeping and team management and video clipping partner of the High School League. They provide easy-to-use scorekeeping tools, instant stats, spray charts, and pitch counts right at your fingertips. We also have the player profiles and automatic hit clips. So never miss a moment when using Game Changer. All right, so now we're going to meet our special guest. Representing Class A, those competitors will be Johnsonville versus Southside Christian. From Johnsonville, we have head coach Quentin Davis.
How we doing?
And he has brought with him seniors Chase Avant and Gavin Davis. And also from Southside Christian, we have Coach Scott Freeman. And he has seniors Brock Holder and Khalil Tolson. All right. And representing Class 2A, Gray Collegiate Academy versus Andrew Jackson. And from Gray Collegiate, we have Coach Charlie Assey. And he has brought with him seniors Peyton Starkey and Gavin Creed. And from Andrew Jackson, Coach Mike Lucas. With him, seniors Kyle Percival and Ashton Phillips. And rounding out our group this morning, Class 3A representatives from Chapman and Oceanside. Chapman head coach Stephen Fusaro. And with him, seniors Ricky Montalva and Drew Settle. And from Oceanside, we have Coach Richie McCullough. And he has juniors Jackson Sobel and Tagger Tyson. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being with us. And first of all, congratulations for making it this far. And we're looking forward to some exciting series of baseball. We'll get started with a round of questions for our head coaches. Starting off, we're going to jump to Johnsonville. Coach Quentin Davis, can you share your season record with us?
We were 16-4, 8-2 in the region.
All right. And Coach, can you tell us basically, what do you think put Johnsonville over the top this year? What did you put into play, put into practice that got your team this far?
I think it was just we had these kids for a while. These kids we got them when we were in seventh. They were in seventh grade, these seniors, and we got 9 of them. So I think it's a lot of experience, but I think it's our motto. Really, we chose the motto this year: we over me. And these guys, they play for each other. They battled all year, and I think that's what's really kept us together and put us to the top.
Well, I'm jotting that down because I absolutely love the we over me. I like that. Okay, and moving over to Coach Freeman from Southside. Can you share with us your record?
Yes, ma'am. We're 26-5.
26-5. Okay, Coach, last year you made it to state finals, didn't take home the trophy, but can you tell us what you learned from that that entire season of last year that you brought into this season?
Sure. I think just being in that environment, the excitement was big for our players. I think it will hopefully help this year. But just also trying to balance enjoying the moment while also realizing that you're there with a job to do.
All right, thank you. And representing Class 2A, we have Coach Assey from Gray Collegiate. Can you share with us your season record?
Our season record is 27-5 this year.
Okay, great. And let's see. You've had success as a head coach and with state championships, correct?
Yes,
all right. Okay. And also, I believe one as an assistant coach with your son.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Which prompted me to get into wanted to be a head coach again, because I was kind of tired of my son telling me what to do for so many years.
All right. Well, can you share with us how your past winnings and having the son as well has been helped? How you plan to mirror all of that success for this series?
Well, this is a bucket list for me, and here at Gray, I wanted to be a head coach one more time. This is my 4th season, and just what Coach from Johnsonville just said. This is my first group of seniors that I'm the only coach they had in high school. We had the shortened season, and I think that's made a difference for us. The past of winning state championships, we lost some games and we won some championships, and you take a whole lot out of that and the experience and stuff. But our work ethic and what we try to do here as far as discipline and doing the small things, and the guys have bought into it. And we just have a belief that if we take care of things outside the white lines, then wins are going to take care of themselves inside the white lines.
All right. Thanks, Coach. And from Andrew Jackson, we have Coach Mike Lucas. Coach, can you share with us your season record?
Yes, ma'am. Our season record is 30-1, and we're 12-0 in the region.
Oh, okay, great. And I'll probably throw a similar question to you. You are the only other team this morning that had a run at the championship last year. Didn't come away with the gold medal, but what did you learn from that experience that you think is going to put you over the top this year?
Well, it's like Coach Freeman said, our experience helps us a lot. We have solid pitching, and just the experience last year of having been there, and then their ambition and desire that led them to try to get back there again this year.
All right, thanks, Coach. And our Class 3A, Coach Fasaro from Chapman. Can you share with us your record?
We're currently 20-11.
All right. And share with us what you think brought you to this point right now compared to past seasons, making it to the state championship this year. What do you think the difference was?
We thought we were real close for a really long time. This group of guys here is extremely hardworking. We're very blessed. We have these kids for not just 4 years, but 6 years, some of them 8 years, all the way through our little league. These guys are committed in the weight room. They're committed on the practice field. They're committed to each other. Everything that we do is building to try to win state championships. From our schedule, you see that we're 20-11. We played the Hillcrests and the Bowling Springs and the Spartanburgs and the Burns, and the list goes on and on. Every team on our schedule was in the playoffs or made deep runs in the playoffs. So we've tried to give our guys the experience necessary to not be overwhelmed by anything. And again, we have some unbelievable student athletes. We have unbelievable support from our community and our school. And, these guys have taken advantage of it. Super excited about seeing them play this weekend.
All right, thanks. Thank you so much. And Coach McCullough from Oceanside Collegiate, can you share your record?
We are 25-4.
25-4. Okay. Can you reflect on the growth of your program and, just tell us about that, the growth process that got you here?
Yeah, so we've got a good group of kids. We knew we were going to be a pretty good team coming in. Just the buy-in. Our team motto all year has actually been "We before me." The boys have bought into that. Could not be prouder of where we're at and where we're heading. So we feel real good about where we're at. I mentioned we're 25-4. It seems like all 4 losses came at the exact right time for us. And we're right where we need to be right now.
Okay, thank you so much. And now we'll hear from some of our student athletes, and these are just going to be at random. So sometimes some of you may have a similar question or the same question, but we will start off with Gavin from Johnsonville. Gavin, it's obvious, being here, sitting beside Coach, you're a senior, so you're definitely one of the team leaders. So congratulations on that. Can you share with us what your message has been to your teammates all season?
My message to my teammates has just been pick each other up when we're down and the rest will come.
All right, well, that seems like very wise words from such a young man, but I'm sure it worked because you're sitting here. Thank you. And let's see, Brock from Southside Christian. I think that for me, working events, I love to see fan reaction and the students. Can you share with us how important are the student sections and the fans for Southside Christian? How important and what impact does that have on the team?
It's great to see them all out there and to see everybody that showed up to see you play. But at the end of the day, you got to drown them out and just play your game.
Okay. And Brock, are you going to college?
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to Limestone University to play.
Okay, great. Congratulations on that. Thank you. And let's see, we're going to go to Gray Collegiate. Peyton, you're wrapping up your senior year. Can you tell us what your biggest takeaway will be from not only from your baseball season, this final high school baseball season, but just high school in general?
I've been here all 4 years, and I think it took me 4 years to kind of understand what coach was trying to express towards us, and from like buying into all the small things like keeping your shirt tails tucked in, hats on straight, very small things, and I think it just kind of paid off now that I finally get it, and it's kind of gotten us to where we are today.
All right, great. And Peyton, do you plan to attend college?
Oh, yes, ma'am. I'm attending Francis Marion University.
All right. Well, congratulations on that. Let's see. And from Andrew Jackson, Ashton, what is a constant, something that you've done this year, but maybe throughout your high school career, but what's one routine or a constant that you've put into play?
Just showing up at practice, being a good teammate, to my fellow teammates, love being there for them, love picking them up and them down, just playing for coach and my teammates.
Okay. And by chance, do you plan on attending college?
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to Spartanburg Methodist College.
All right, thank you. And let's see, from Chapman, Ricky, can you share with us something like one of your most memorable moments this baseball season?
I have to say probably the Upper State Championship when we had runners on third and second with our catcher Johan Rodriguez up to bat. I believe he was battling in the count, and he came through with a big, I believe the triple, a 2-run RBI. So yeah, that was probably one of the best moments.
All right, great. Thank you so much, Ricky. And are you planning on attending college?
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to Newberry College.
Okay, great. Great. And from Oceanside Collegiate, Jackson, you're a junior, but also, you know, a team leader. The coach has put you in a position, well, you've put yourself in a position to be considered a team leader. Thinking that you'll have another year of playing ball and another chance potentially of winning a state title, if you had a crystal ball, do you think winning this year will embolden you and strengthen you as a leader? And if so, how?
No doubt. Just being able to say I have the experience of already winning the state championship will definitely help next year to anyone that is playing on the team with me and needs advice or anything like that.
Okay. And Jackson, do you plan to attend college?
Yes, ma'am. I'm committed to College of Charleston.
Okay, great. Congratulations. All right, let's see. And we're going to go back around and mix it up between coaches and our student athletes. So Gavin from Johnsonville, what will be your message before leaving the dugout? Meaning prior to getting this series started, what are you sharing with your teammates?
Just to go out there and play loose and play like we have all year, and the rest will come. We'll do good.
Okay. And Chase, at what point this season did you think we're going to do this? We're going to make it to state? Was there some particular game or a play, just some moment where you thought we're over the hump and we're going to do this?
I'll say when we faced Lakeview and Green Sea in the same week, we beat them both in the first half of the season, both by 2 walk-offs. And then the second half, we came back off of spring break. Our Green Sea game got canceled before spring break. So we had a layover that came back, and we had to play in 1 week with the number ones, both of them. We lost to Green Sea, then we beat Lakeview 9-2. And I thought from there on, we really want this. We've been playing together since rec ball, ever since T-ball, and we really want it.
All right. Thank you so much. And Khalil from Southside Christian, can you share with us your favorite baseball related memory? It could be during a game or on the field or something with your teammates off the field that you think made a big impact on the team's bonding.
I just think all the long practices and time we spent together past 4 years as a team made us stronger together.
I know I always think that it's fans and people outside of the team, they think that the game is the big event, but for me, I always feel like it's the practice. It's those moments with your teammates that no one sees. And let's see, we're going to move on to Gavin. You're a senior, and can you share with us, when was the first time you can remember that you picked up a baseball? From Grade Collegiate. Forgot we had 2 Gavins.
My first time picking up a baseball was probably around 3 years old. Going to play T-ball. My dad was my coach, and ever since then, he's taught me the game, and I think he's a big reason where I'm at today.
And you say 3 years old. How big of an impact do you think the sport of baseball has had on your high school career, but I see possibly, your life. How has baseball impacted you or made you who you are today?
I think it's built a lot of my character and showed me how to have good time management to deal with baseball, but also school.
All right, thank you. And Kyle, can you tell us what opponent this season presented a surprise performance? Like just really surprised you? What opponent was that you can recall?
We've had a tough schedule. We started off our season playing Catawba Ridge, which is a big 4A school, and all throughout the series we have a good region that has some really good opponents. And then with the spring break tournament we played Hartsville and also some other teams from up north that had really good opponents. But all in all, it was just this team bought into everything that we had to do to beat the opponents and just stay together. We took one loss this season, and after that loss, this team just kept on going after each other and knowing what we had to accomplish each time we played.
All right, thank you. And the next question is for Chapman's Drew. What can you share with us some advice that Coach has given you this year that you believe not only made you a better player, but will stick with you after high school?
Yes, ma'am. It's just to be who you are. Don't get too big in the moment. Just play for each other, sit together as teammates, and we'll be successful.
All right, thank you. And same question for Oceanside. Tagger, can you tell us some advice, the best advice that Coach has shared with you that has stuck with you and you feel that will stick with you after high school?
Just kind of the idea of we before me. If the team doesn't truly buy into that, you're not going to win. We had a couple rough weeks, I think 2 separate times where we kind of forgot that and lost ourselves. And we had to really come together as a team and just kind of find that again. And, we really are like here, we're like a family. Like this baseball team is truly a family. Coach McCullough's the dad, Coach Tio, the wife, all the little kids, we're truly really close. A lot of us grew up together. We're so close and so connected and aligned in our ideas and ideals and the way we work every day.
All right, thank you. And Coach Davis, do you have any particular student athlete that's on the team this year that surprised you, like really stepped up or that showed the most growth, I guess, from the years past?
Honestly, it's kind of hard because, like I said, I've had these guys for so long, and man, we've always known that they had talent and all. But if I had to say anyone, I would say Jake Truesdale. Jake's been he's been in this program since 7th grade, just like all of the rest of the seniors. And last year was kind of rough for him. He was in and out of the lineup and just couldn't really get his foot. And this year he's one of our cornerstones. He's one of the guys we couldn't have done him without. Kids, he's truly a warrior.
All right, thank you. And Coach Freeman, thinking back over this entire season, if there was a moment or a game in particular that you could do a do-over, can you think of any moment that you would like to change anything or just, I guess, have another go at it or, another opponent?
Right. There are definitely games where we came out of it and felt like we had not played up to our potential. Looking back now, I think all those kind of happened at the right times. We learned lessons from them. We've been able to take those lessons and put them into play in the playoffs. And so, while we made some mistakes and we definitely did not play well in some games, I think they all happened for a reason and we learned from them.
Thank you. And Coach Assey, let's see, with you the team managing so much success this season, how have you've had some challenges that you've had to face, such as the campus athletic facilities. How have you overcome that? How have you helped your team overcome any of the adversity or anything that could have normally prevented you from making it this far?
As far as the facilities, we're, right now in the process of building our own facilities on campus, but we've had to travel down the interstate about 5-6 miles from campus to play, and it's just become second nature to us. The place that we play at Midlands Complex has been one that we, if I could, I would love to just take the whole facility and just move it right here to the campus. But it's a great setup with 2 fields available to us and batting cages, and it really has become our home, and it's just become second nature to us to make that trip over there. And we've been allowed by the county to put our banners up on the fence and to put our windscreen on the outfield fence. So realistically, it feels like home. And so that type of adversity, I think the biggest thing is also with us is that I told the guys back at the first day of tryouts, and I said, hey, don't blink your eyes, because this thing's going to be over before we know it. And then it got to be the first game, and then it got to be spring break. And then, I kept saying, hey, don't blink your eyes, because it's going to be over. And here it is. We're one of 2 that are left, and in our division of 2A, and in 1 week, it's going to be over. And especially for these seniors, they're going to play their last games and want to make it special.
All right. And Coach, you mentioned something, I guess, this is for all of the coaches that have seniors going off. Do you think you will be able to follow their careers, their academic careers, and what they're doing after high school? You think you'll be able to make it a bullet point on your list of things to do to keep up with them and possibly, make it out to one of their future games?
Well, there's no doubt about that part. And one of the things I like to emphasize to our players also is, never forget where you're from. And, you've got roots, and this is always home. If you ever need something, where we are to come back, and, if you get down or something. But yes, I try to stay in touch with everyone periodically. Texting and things like that helps also, instead of physically being there. But I'm social. The social media has been big, and I think on this screen today, Coach Lucas and I are the 2 oldest guys in this meeting, and it's one of those things. We were laughing yesterday, the 2 of us, that I still have a pager and a bag phone, so so it's hard for me to get in touch.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, thank you for that answer.
Yeah,
And Coach Lucas, how can you tell us about how many returning players do you have, or seniors?
I have 3 seniors returning to our roster: Bryce Hams, of course, Kyle Percival, and Ashton Phillips. We lost 3 seniors off last year's lower state championship team.
Okay, how did you work with? I mean, to me, that's a low number to have, as far as returning, seniors coming back and make it this far. How did you work with the underclassmen to pull the team together with such few seniors, leaders of the team?
We have great senior leadership on this team. They work very hard with the younger players, and they put certain ones under their wing, and they know the way that we do things at Andrew Jackson, and very few things I have to even take care of. I mean, the senior leadership, they take care of the guys. They make them do the right thing in our program, and I'm just there as an elder statesman, just to provide them with some direction and structure, and seniors take care of the rest. Very important. Great leadership on this team.
It sounds like it. I mean, that you're here, so that's great. And let's see, from Chapman, Coach Fasaro, you mentioned earlier that you, I guess, intentionally had a very, a difficult, hard schedule, created a hard schedule for your team. What impact do you think that had on the team, from, your underclassmen to your seniors, of creating such a difficult schedule?
Honestly, we want everything that we do to be difficult. We want our guys to understand what it takes to be successful in every arena. Whether it's classroom, whether it's life, whether it's weight room, everything that we have set up is that these guys have to deal with adversity, difficult challenges, so that way they don't blink when they get on the field. It's the same with our schedule. We do the same with our C team. We don't play schools our size. We don't want to play schools our size. We want our guys to have to play the absolute best that they can play in our area. So again, it just fosters a sense of, we belong. We don't ever step on a ball field thinking that we're less than. We know that we've been created to do great things, and we know that we've done hard things, and we know that our guys are prepared for anything that gets thrown at them.
Thank you. And Coach McCullough, we all know everyone went through just a topsy-turvy era the last couple of years, primarily, losing a season, then coming back with so many safety protocols. Can you tell us if you have kept any of, kept up with any of those protocols that you've just made part of your normal routine, or any additional things that you might be doing that you feel are over the top, or, extra things that you do for the safety and well-being of the team?
I guess the short answer to that is nothing really over the top. We've got a good administration here at the school. We've got a good set of parents. So that's kind of where all that starts. Obviously, if we've got guys that are sick with any illness, everybody's smart enough and mature enough to know, hey, now's not the time to come to practice today. So as far as any extreme measures, we haven't taken any extreme measures. We've stayed healthy all year long. And like I said, the parents, the administration has done a good job of making sure we've stayed healthy.
And you mentioned the parents and the administration. Now's your time. If you have a message for the community and, the parents and your supporters and fans, what would that message be?
The message would be, I told the boys at the beginning of the playoff run, how long have we been preparing for this? And of course the answer was all season. And I told them that's the wrong answer. We've been preparing for this since the first time you put on the glove. Every time your mom or dad has taken you to practice, to the gym, everything you've done and everything your family has done for you to get you to this point. This is the biggest stage you've been on yet. So that would be the message. And to kind of let everybody know, hey, that because of that, this lower state championship and the hopeful state championship doesn't belong to just our team. It belongs to every single mom, dad, and anybody who's helped get these kids where they're at.
All right, thank you. And we're going to do a final round of questions, and this is the fun, easy part. But for coaches, we're going to give you an opportunity to just give an overview and your thoughts on your opponent. So we're going to go back to Coach Davis from Johnsonville. Share with us what your thoughts are on competing against Southside Christian. What are you up against?
Everything tells us that they're Goliath. They are the team to beat in 1A. And I applaud Southside. They put together a good program, and they're a great group of kids from everything I hear. Great coach, and no matter what happens, how it turns out, I wish them good luck and all the kids and whatever they do after high school. And it's a privilege to get a chance to play them.
All right, thank you, Coach Davis. And Coach Freeman, can you share your thoughts on Johnsonville?
Yeah, I obviously was keeping up with Lakeview after they defeated us last year, and with them being in the same region, I noticed very early on this season what Johnsonville was accomplishing. And so we've kind of been tracking the lower state and seeing them. And I know Coach Davis has done a great job. They've had a lot of walk-off wins, and it's obvious that there's a lot of enthusiasm, and their guys play hard and don't quit. And so we know we've got our hands full going up against them, and it's going to be a privilege to compete.
Thank you, Coach Freeman. And Coach Assey, can you share with us your thoughts on Andrew Jackson?
I'll start with Coach Lucas, and again, I refer to our age, and I don't mean to, but we're both old school, and we've been doing it a long time. But I go to the two guys sitting next to him, Ashton and Kyle. They don't get any better than those two, on the mound and stuff. And I think what we're up against with them, I think, is going to be the experience. This is going to be something, the first time in school history for us to be in a state championship and series. And, Andrew Jackson just experienced it. Coach referred to that a little earlier. And, that the experience of being there and taking, Legion to 3 games last year, they've experienced the whole thing. So that's what we're up against. Us being the new people and Andrew Jackson having that experience.
All right, thank you. And Coach Lucas, can you share your thoughts on Gray Collegiate?
Well, obviously, Coach Ashley does a great job with his program. Like he said, he's old school like I am. He don't cut any corners. He provides the structure and discipline that's needed. They have great athletes up there. Obviously, by their school, they have a lot of good athletic programs up there, not just baseball. And he does a tremendous job preparing his team, and they belong here. And we look forward to the opportunity to compete against the first quality of opponent and pro. And we look forward to it.
All right, thank you, Coach. And from Chapman, Coach Fasaro, can you share with us your thoughts on competing against Oceanside Collegiate?
Obviously, we have a ton of respect for them. That's a big part of our program in general is respecting the folks that we're stepping on the field with. Obviously, they have great athletes, they have great baseball players. That's not even needed to be said. But again, I think it all goes back to respect. Like, our guys don't take anyone lightly. But on the other hand, too, we don't think that any mountain's unsurmountable. So we know that those guys are really, really good, and tons of respect for them. And we look forward to the opportunity to be able to step on the baseball field.
All right, thank you. And Coach McCullough, give us your thoughts on Chapman.
Yeah, they're the upper state champions. That doesn't come easy. Anytime you go through what both of us have gone through to get to this point, we know that it's been a tough road to get here. So with that, obviously, that's the message to our guys is the same message Chapman has. We're going to respect our opponent. We're not going to take anything for granted. We're going to do the little things. We're going to play hard. We're going to play for each other. We're going to play for this school and community.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you to all of our guests this morning, and you heard it here, such respect and admiration for one another. And, that's the key to sportsmanship. So we're looking forward to some wonderful Class A, 2A, and 3A series of baseball. Make sure that you support these teams no matter where they're playing. Please make sure that you were there to support them. If you have any questions about the upcoming baseball series, visit schsl.org, get all the information there. Also, once again, we'd like to thank Wilson and Game Changer for being partners with us and supporting not only baseball, but they've been here pretty much all year supporting South Carolina High School League. So thank you for that. And a reminder that if you're wanting to get that cool baseball gear, visit Northwest Ink Designs. They have an online store specifically for SCHSL, and I love this year's logo for baseball. So make sure you visit, again, Northwest Ink Designs online. That's it. Coming up very shortly, we ask you to stay with us because we will be meeting representatives from our Class 4A and Class 5A baseball competitors right here on Facebook Live with at 10 o'clock. We'll be right back. So I think we just you have enough time to run and go grab a snack, but we ask that you join us and support those athletes as well. Until then, have a good day.